I have been getting a rash of female actresses, female porn stars, and, supermodels and shit like that. And, I am not the best looking dude on the planet, that's for sure. And, there's guys on the internet that look a hell of a lot better than I do. And they do have a home, and they do have a nice car. I have a vehicle. I don't have a car. I have a vehicle. I have a mini SUV, a utility vehicle. I don't really have a car per se. A car to the likes of, say, a Lexus or something of that nature. No, I have a sport utility vehicle. But anyways, but there's guys on the internet that are a lot nicer looking. They've got money. They've got house. They've got a nice car. They've got, all the amenities. And so I'm sitting here, thinking, why in the fuck would a supermodel want anything to do with my ugly broke ass? And the answer is that there is no answer for that. Because it wouldn't happen. Alright? Logic dictates that if there is a guy out there that is better looking, has money, has a home, has a car, they're going to pick that person by default. Okay, so what's the deal with these supermodels and actresses and porn stars coming after me? They're scammers. They're not real. They're not real. Now, I did Google Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton does, in fact, have a TikTok here, an official TikTok here. So I signed up to her official TikTok. And then that way, if there is any fakers, I can go on ahead and delete them. So, and Gal Gadot, I'm going to hook up to her official TikTok and delete any fakers that might be in her purview. But still, my point stands. If there is a better looking guy that has money, has a home, has all the amenities, why the fuck you latching onto my ugly ass for? It's a valid question, and I'm just curious if anybody's willing to answer that question. Oh, you're so handsome, you're so handsome. Okay, great. Well, I was just in Walmart yesterday. Nobody come up to me. Nobody spoke to me. Nobody even looked in my general direction. They didn't. They just didn't, okay? So if I'm so handsome, if I'm so good looking, if I'm so this and I'm so that, why isn't nobody paying attention? Explain to me how in 12 years I haven't had a date. Explain it to me. Oh, you can't. Because it's bullshit, right? Because how am I going to be this handsome, debonair individual and not have a date in 12 years? It'd be impossible. It would be impossible. Eventually someone would have walked up to me and said, "Hey, Vaughn, let's go get coffee." Well, see, that's never happened, though. Never, ever, in 12 years. Okay, so either y'all need glasses or you're just scammers trying to get something out of me or something, right? That's the truth, right? That's the unvarnished truth. It's just like, okay, I went on this gamers channel. CEO Brit. I can give her name out. I don't give a shit. CEO Brit is her name. She's a gamer here on TikTok. And I asked her about me. She told me flat out, said, "You ugly as ass, you living in your car, you're broke as fuck, I don't want nothing to do with you." Now see, that's brutal honesty right there. And I respect the hell out of that. Okay? I respect somebody that's being brutally honest with me. Okay? And that was the truth. Okay, when CEO Britt said what she said, that was the truth. All right. All this other bullshit. Oh, Vaughn, you're so handsome. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. And I'm smart enough to know that I'm not. But even like I said, even if I didn't know how attractive I am, or lack thereof, seems like after 12 years of not even getting a cup of coffee out of somebody, you would figure out, you're not all that. Right? I know I'm not all that, and I'm okay with it. I'm okay with the fact that I'm ugly as fuck. I'm totally okay with it. But I just, it is a legitimate question. Why are all these, supposed supermodels buttering me up if they're legit? I mean, supermodels are attracted to money. They are. I mean, let's be honest. They're attracted to money. Actually, a lot of women are attracted to money, but supermodels especially, because they're used to a certain type of lifestyle, right? And so they're going to try to find a man that is going to give them that lifestyle that they are accustomed to, such as going out to fancy dress balls, going out to political parties, going out to various and sundry functions. Okay, they're used to that shit. They like that shit. And they don't want to lose it. So they're naturally going to gravitate to men that have a lot of money, drive a really nice car, and live in a mansion, or at least live in a really, 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 really nice home. Say $3 million, $4 million home. Okay, that's the truth. That's reality. Okay. But if you are dead serious on defending this idea that I somehow am this handsome guy or something, fine, defend it in the chat below here. Give me your reasonings. Tell me why. Because I really do want to know. I really am genuinely curious. Because I can tell you right now, I know I'm not that attractive. But I'm curious to think why you would. Why would you think that I am attractive? And let me know in the comments below, or message me, or whatever. But I am kind of curious. And pay attention, folks, that I am one of the few people that is constantly doing new content here on TikTok. Now you say, well, Vaughn, why do you do a video every other day or whatever? I do a new video every other day because that way people know that I am real. I am not a scammer. I'm not a bot. I'm not, a pranker or whatever. I'm the real deal, man. And because of that, I'll do a new video every now and then. And in that way, people know I'm real. And plus, I do live shows as well on occasion, whenever TikTok aggravates me. Hey, you haven't done a live show and blah, 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 blah. And, they get on me about doing live shows. So, but I am curious as to why anyone would think that I'm attractive when there are men on the internet that are far more attractive than me, have lots of money, live in a nice home or a mansion, and drive a fancy sports car. I'm curious. I'm curious to know your reasonings.